Hello, friends. Welcome back. Hope you are doing well. Our discussion is going on with reference to the core values and how it is related to the success of a human being as well as a business. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of having the core values as part of the vision of the company. Now, today, we are going to look into how the strategy and the core values are related. A company forms a strategy in order to achieve its vision. So the top management along with the line management together, they form a robust strategy. Almost always the strategic decisions are a minimum of 3 years to a very long term of 10 or more. So when you prepare or when you come up with a strategy, you need to make sure that the strategy will enable you to achieve your vision. What is its relation with the core values? If you have some core values which are defined as part of your vision, you need to make sure that when you come up with your strategy, the strategy is in line with the core values. It is imperative that you need to make sure these core values as part of your these core values as a guideline to set up your strategy. There are a lot of good businesses which will never compromise these core values, and as part of their strategy they keep these core values. I can give you 2 examples from our old day life and the current day life. I hope you know Akio Morita, who is the owner of Sony. His famous book, Made in Japan. In that book, he explains the good old days of Sony. He started manufacturing the first item by Sony, which is the most famous Walkman, which are not known to the current generation. Walkman is a tape recorder, which is a synonym for music at that age. Akio went to US in order to get a market to Walkman. He went there and he had a discussion with a lot of business people there. At that time, he was able to manufacture maybe 500 to 1,000 units in his factory in Japan. He got an order from a US company for 10,000 or more units per day. The only condition they put was he needs to white label it, no Sony name. So it's a huge business for him. This is the startup, and the startup is getting 10,000 units per day order. The only condition is that it should be white labeled. Akio thought about it and he told the guys that, okay, I'll come back tomorrow and we'll finalize the deal. During night, he started thinking about it. He thought about it and he understood that if he agrees on that night, or if he agrees with them tomorrow about selling it on white label, the name of Sony is not going to be there anymore in this world. So the next day he went and he told them he doesn't want the order. He was reluctant to accept the order, and he came back and the rest is history. Sony became a household name, and even today, Sony is a household name. Another very recent and which is very much known to everybody of today, every person who is interested in business and who is reading about the success stories of people, is a household name for them is PC Mustafa of ID Fresh. He started from a very humble beginning, and ID Fresh became a 1,000 crore rupees company. He narrates one of the incidents that happened in his life. In one of the interviews, he got an order from one of the 5-star hotels for some snacks. Very huge order. So he went for negotiation with them, and he learned that the hotel wants to sell this snack to the people who are coming to the bar. So they want to sell it to people who takes or who drinks alcohol as a side snack. He came back and he was not ready to take that order. He didn't take the order, and he said this is not the business that he wants to be in. And he was very much in a very difficult situation, though he was not ready to accept that order. So these two incidents clearly mentions or clearly narrates the value systems that these two people had, and they were reluctant to sacrifice their value system for a strategy. The strategy that they followed was something which are dear to their heart. So they stick to their strategy of not compromising the name in the case of Sony, and not compromising the values or not compromising the values he withholds by Mustafa. These are two stories that should motivate us, motivate people who are concerned with values in the business. And if you stick on that values, you will definitely go into greater successes. So, as an advice to the people who begins or people who wants to start business, the core values should be part of your strategy. You should not move away from your core values to come up with a strategy to earn more money quickly. The sustainable business almost always have the core values as part of their strategy. We shall end the talk today. We will come up with the other 3 areas tomorrow, which is people's, systems and processes. Those 3 areas are equally important, like the vision as well as strategy. So we'll look into those areas tomorrow. Please come up with your comments. Please come up with any suggestions that you have, or any doubts or any clarifications that you need, so that we can discuss those things in the coming sessions. Wish you a happy day and enjoy. Thank you.